ओके सो गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन, कैसे हैं आप सब? ऑब्वियसली अभी तो थोड़ा सा अच्छा लग रहा होगा, पर सितंबर उतना अच्छा था नहीं. थिंग्स गॉट चेंज्ड ड्रास्टिकली September month last week. So last week was good, but when I say the entire month about option selling, so September was very tough. The September started with a prick trade, couple of prick trades on 3rd September, and in the meanwhile also some prick trades happened. Tretron also issues, which now we know everyone that we can't avoid technical glitches in Tretron. So there were a couple of days where Tretron technical glitches happened. So yeah, that's all part of our trading. The other thing which we noticed in September was huge kind of fluctuations. The fluctuations were huge in the upward as well as the downward. Plus, even in my last month session, I told whenever VIX is going down from March to means till the month of June 2021, वहां तक का जर्नी आप देखोगे, the VIX was completely going down and down. Okay, we have seen the VIX has touched even 10. Okay, so in that downward movement of VIX, so that is very favorable condition for option selling. Even when the VIX goes between 10 to 15, so that is also, it is somehow our strategies are capable enough to handle such couple of days. But what we witnessed in September the VIX was in increasing trend. VIX जब इंक्रीज होता है 10 से लेके जब 19 तक भी टच कर गया था सितंबर के मंथ में. So whenever this kind of huge kind of around 100% increment happened in the month of September, so in that case along with the VIX, the premium also goes high. Premium कम ही नहीं हो रहे थे throughout the month. If you see, premiums were constantly increasing. फिर प्रीमियम जा कहाँ रहे थे? एट द एंड तो थर्सडे को एक्सपायर होता है, तो टाइम डीके तो मिलना ही चाहिए. प्रीमियम कब कम हो रहे थे? मैंने चार्ट्स देखे और मुझे जो समझ में आया मैं आपको बता देता हूँ. प्रीमियम्स तब कम हो रहे थे when after having a huge increment, when market was going deep also highly down, then only VIX was decreasing. फिर से बता देता हूँ, मार्केट काफी हाई बना रहा है, हाई पे हाई बनाते जा रहा है, विक्स भी इंक्रीज होते जा रहा है और विक्स के साथ प्रीमियम भी बढ़ रहे हैं. प्रीमियम डाउन कब होता था? एकदम से मार्केट स्पाइक मार के काफी ऊपर का हाई बनाने के बाद मार्केट वाज स्पाइकिंग डाउन, मतलब अच्छा खासा अमाउंट गिर जाता था और फिर ऊपर स्पाइक मार के चला भी जाता था. तो बिटवीन दिस वी शेप अप एंड डाउन और डाउन एंड अप, so within that phase only the premium were going down. Otherwise normally if you hold option put and call as a pair, so normally whatever the premium erosion happens, so throughout the September almost it didn't happen. So that was the major reason, or actually the reason I know, but when I checked, you can't actually change your strategy depending upon this. Okay, we know VIX will be 10 to 15, 80% cases. Okay, it will go 2-3% up and then at the end of the day it will go down. So these are all normal cases. Event days like election days or any bad news bombardment, so those news based or election days, we know there will be sudden spike in the VIX. So all those cases I have already considered in my strategies, but this kind of cases hardly any option seller can adjust its strategy according to this. क्योंकि मार्केट अगर ऊपर ही ऊपर जा रहा है और कॉल का प्रीमियम बढ़ते जा रहा है, आप काटोगे नहीं क्या? इतना लॉस हो रहा है अगर कॉल में मार्केट ऊपर ही ऊपर जा रहा है, प्रीमियम बढ़ रहे हैं, तो कॉल को तो स्क्वायर अप करना ही पड़ेगा. कॉल को स्क्वायर अप करने के बाद मैंने जैसे बताया, प्रीमियम को तो गिरना ही है और प्रीमियम एक ही केस में गिर रहा था. एक बार पूरा सडन स्पाइक मार के नीचे आएगा और फिर 5-10 मिनट के अंदर रिकवर करके फिर ऊपर चला जाएगा. ड्यूरिंग दिस V shape kind of market, then only premium were going down. So by that time, when our calls were hitting stop loss, and then when the market goes down, our puts would have been naked. At that time, put also was hitting stop loss, and both sides stop loss was killing most of our days in September. सिमिलरली नेगेटिव केस में भी बनता था, अगर मार्केट नीचे नीचे जा रहा है तो पुट को तो स्क्वायर अप करना ही पड़ेगा, बट आफ्टर मेकिंग ए गुड अमाउंट ऑफ डाउनसाइड मूवमेंट, suddenly market was going upside and it was hitting our put as well as call, and finally it was giving us loss. So most of the cases, why I was saying you, so because explaining this thing is not about explanation of the loss. Explaining this scenario is to make you understand that this kind of days are unavoidable. Kuch months aise aayenge hi aayenge. We have to accept our loss and we have to back our strategy, which strategies have generated good amount of money in last 1 year. मैं आपको clearly बोल रहा हूँ, in Tretron algo trading, I am trading from January 2021, and from January to till date August 2021, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, in 8 months. In 8 months, each and every month was more than 10% net profit after all cost, net profit for me. सितंबर मंथ वाज ऑलमोस्ट कॉस्ट टू कॉस्ट, और थोड़ा बहुत जो लॉस बचा था, चलो अक्टूबर 1 पे मेरा कवर भी हो गया, ठीक है. अक्टूबर 1 वाज वेरी गुड, बट दैट इज पार्ट ऑफ द स्टोरी. यू कांट एवरी कॉइन, मतलब सुख के बाद दुख, दुख के बाद सुख होते आते रहेंगे. सो वी कैन, व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू मेक यू अंडरस्टैंड, देयर इज नथिंग रॉन्ग इन आवर स्ट्रेटजीज. आप ऐसे नहीं बोलते, मतलब 8 महीने से कोई अगर स्ट्रेटेजी अच्छा काम कर रहा है एंड इन 1 मंथ दैट टू, 8 महीने से जो स्ट्रेटेजिस्ट डबल डिजिट ग्रोथ दे रहे थे, एक मंथ अगर सिंगल डिजिट या 4-5% अगर लॉस दे भी दे, यू कांट कंसीडर दोस स्ट्रेटेजीज आर बैड, एंड यू कांट, इफ यू आर चेंजिंग योर स्ट्रेटेजीज ऑन दैट पर्टिकुलर मंथ, देन इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर यू टू ग्रो इन सम नॉर्मल केसेस. मतलब मान लो कि अक्टूबर नवंबर में विक्स नॉर्मल हो जाएगा, 15 से नीचे आ जाएगा, जैसे हमारे स्ट्रेटेजीज काम कर रहे थे वैसे ही करते रहेंगे, वी विल गेट गुड अमाउंट ऑफ मनी एज व्हाट वी आर गेटिंग. अभी अगर मैं सितंबर के हिसाब से अगर कुछ चेंजेस कर दूं तो फिर तो गलत हो जाएगा ना. बट हैविंग सेड दैट, मैंने कुछ नीट ऑब्जर्वेशन किए हैं व्हिच आई विल डिस्कस. ओके, एंड ऑन दोज नीट small observation, how few of the strategies little bit tuned, so that I will discuss. I have not changed much more thing in the strategies, but I have done little tuned, and how it can be fruitful even in future if September kind of month will come, how it will be fruitful, so that I can explain you. So let's start our this September month summary. So this is all about September month summary, if I can highlight and if you can see. So let's start from Bank Nifty Premium Meter, which is the oldest strategy, went to public from Market Star. So it went to Bank Nifty Premium Meter live हुआ public के लिए in the month of March. So from the March to till date, if you'll see, there were not even a single month where Bank Nifty Premium Meter had made loss. All the months were positive. All the months were positive. I was little bit concerned कि September month will be negative. But at the end of the September, if you'll see, though the profit was very marginal profit, but still I would say Bank Nifty Premium Meter ended in 2% profit. There is a small tuning what I did in Bank Nifty Premium Meter. I was telling in the group also yesterday evening. Okay, Bank Nifty is an instrument जहां पे you can't bound Bank Nifty Premium Meter. Bank Nifty is kind of very volatile. Only 12 stocks are there, that too bank stocks. Okay, so they are usually very volatile. You can't restrict Bank Nifty strategies or Bank Nifty options that this is the profit you are giving. Okay, I'll give some trailing stop loss, and as soon as Bank Nifty will go up and up, our TSL will follow, and we will gain as much as money as possible. ये वाला फंडा ना बैंक निफ्टी बोलता है कि भाई तुम जो मर्जी कर लो, मैं तो स्पाइक मारूंगा ही मारूंगा, तुम्हारा टीएसएल भी लूंगा और टारगेट भी नहीं दूंगा, और एट द एंड यू विल नॉट बी हैविंग ए गुड अमाउंट ऑफ मनी. ओके, नाउ कमिंग टू बैक टेस्ट जो हम लोग कर रहे थे वो लास्ट 1 ईयर के डाटा पे कर सकते हैं, या फिर 1.5 ईयर, या फिर 2 ईयर. मोर देन 2 ईयर इफ यू गो, then somehow it will not be the correct dynamics. ओके, सो बहुत ज्यादा पुराने डाटा देख के भी कुछ फायदा नहीं है। अब लास्ट 1 ईयर का अगर आप देखोगे तो विक्स इतना ज्यादा था, प्रीमियम इतना ज्यादा था। when you trail also it will give you money, when you trail also it was giving money, but now premiums are going up and coming down very fast, spikes are very fast. The VIX became high only in the September. Apart from September, if you see August and July, there were very less premium. So in that case, trailing stop loss करके पूरा hold करना उतना ज़्यादा preferable और इतना ज़्यादा help किया नहीं बैंक निफ्टी प्रीमियम को. So in that case, what I was doing from the month of March to July, I have never kept any TSL in bank nifty premium. So it was the month of August when he started keeping, means it was again on public demand it happened, but I saw the backtest report and all, and I implemented TSL so that people who are using the strategy, whenever they see some adequate amount of profit, they will not lose that. Okay. August was somehow okay. That TSL, I can't say it didn't work and I can't say it worked very well. It was average performance after implementing the TSL. So I continued. Okay. In the month of September, the TSL backfired like anything. So in the month of September, what was happening? Market was, as I told, it was making a very good amount of high or very good amount of downtrend, and suddenly it was reversing. So TSL was hitting very frequently, and after hitting our TSL, the similar trend was continuing, and we were standing with no profit and non loss. Okay, or mostly negative. So till September mid, the Bank Nifty Premium was negative, but quickly I realized the situation, and what I did in Bank Nifty Premium first half, we are not following any kind of TSL, but in the first half, we are capturing the profits. Whenever we are seeing profits in each leg, so leg wise stop loss was there, strategy wise stop loss were there, leg wise target was never there in Bank Nifty Premium. That has been implemented only for the first half. Only for the first half. Because why first half and why not target booking in the second half? First half is usually very early stage. So in the first half, when you are capturing the target, that is a good thing. Okay, because there is a chance of reversal after opening the European market or throughout the day. In second half, mostly you will see huge trend. Mostly you will see huge trend or huge kind of plus minus fluctuation, but trend reversals are very rare. Trend reversal are very rare in second half. So in second half, what I did, TSL was removed. TSL was removed from both the sessions of Bank Nifty Premium. Okay. In first half, leg wise target has been implemented. Second half, there is no leg wise target. Only session wise stop loss was there up to 5,000. 5,000 is the maximum loss can be possible in a particular session in Bank Nifty Premium. So that is the maximum loss I have kept, and with that maximum loss cap, I have given freedom to Bank Nifty that even though you will make a trend, we will be very happy to capture that profit. Even though you will fluctuate, then also we don't have TSL, so our stop loss will not hit, and we will still be in the trade. Okay, and if both the things are not happening, means the actually trend reversal is happening, the worst case scenario is only 1% of the money we can lose. 5 lakh is the capital requirement. On that, we are risking only and only 1%. Okay, so that is what the change happened in Bank Nifty Premium, and it is going pretty well. Just I can show you just one example, like yesterday. Yesterday also, like on Friday. On Friday also, first half, if you'll see, market has created a good positive trend, and after that, by 12:30, market went down like anything. So usually, if any old users are there in Bank Nifty Premium, so they can easily correlate that in this kind of market, easily our strategy was making loss, because after setting a good trend, whenever it was reversing, so it was making loss. But on Friday, what happened? Bank Nifty Premium Meter happily booked 3,000 rupees in the first session. Why? Because as I told in the first session, I have implemented leg-wise target also. Leg-wise target is not available in the second session. So which was turning out to be a very good move. And Bank Nifty Premium Meter is again started giving a blast kind of profit. So and when VIX is going down, so you can expect even I can expect many much profit in the month of October from Bank Nifty Premium Meter. Okay, so just you can see the last 1 week means overall September also it was 2% up, and Bank Nifty Premium Meter was actually negative 6% negative. Sorry, 5% negative it was. From there it pulled like anything, and right now it is in pretty good shape. Okay. Coming to Nifty Premium Meter, Nifty Premium Meter sold a nightmare in September. So majority of my loss happened because of Nifty Premium Meter. I was 2%, 2x in Nifty Premium Meter. So majority of my loss happened in Nifty Premium Meter. So why this loss happened, I tried to realize. The reason was Nifty expanded like anything, and the range Nifty swing it is something different kind of range. So because of that, Nifty strategies failed. Okay. So not only Nifty Premium Meter, it is about Nifty Hybrid Earner also. So till the month of August, if you'll see, Nifty strategies have means Nifty Premium Meter was the most consistent strategy, and Nifty Hybrid Earner was a very high return strategy, which everyone was liking it. But October actually changed the view of the users. Okay, even I have requested people to pause the Nifty Premium Meter because there is some changes needed in Nifty strategy, and when I'm seeing the problem is there, so it is nothing wrong to accept that there is a problem. Okay, and many users even agree with me that after saying that when they routed money to other strategies as I suggested, so it was a good move. It was nothing a bad move. It was a good move. So most of our Bank Nifty strategies are stable now. So money is money. From anywhere the money is coming, so that matters. So from Nifty strategies right now the money is not coming. I have started working on Nifty strategies, and definitely I will do the necessary change and update in my group what is happening in Nifty Premium Meter. There will not be any kind of change in Nifty Hybrid Earner. Nifty Hybrid Earner, as per its characteristic, Nifty Hybrid Earner is like this only. There will be there were huge kind of bull means profit journey in Nifty Hybrid Earner. So this kind of negative 5.6% was very rare, but it happened, and we have to accept this. There will not be any kind of change in Nifty Hybrid Earner, but definitely there will be change in Nifty Premium Meter, and I'll update. Means I am working on 3 types of change. So whichever change will be the most effective one, I'll explain in the group so that people can consider Nifty Premium Meter again to deploy live. Okay. Until then, I didn't see much live deployments in Nifty Premium Meter. Still, it is part of my portfolio, and whatever the positive, negative, it is coming the PNL. So I am continuing to capture it, and it is part of the portfolio, market star portfolio so far. Okay. Very soon, within a week or 10 days, Nifty Premium Meter will be ready with the change. Okay. Coming to the rockstar of market share portfolio, index premium meter, which is going pretty well, and the only small change was needed in index premium meter was earlier we had kept means when index premium meter started. So in the month of July, we kept 4,000 is the target, and 2,000 is the stop loss, which eventually we understood after some time that means actually we anticipated that whenever index premium meter goes loss, it makes 4,000 loss, which is 2 times than our target. That means one time loss will happen, means 2 targets we need to overcome that particular loss. Secondly, when we were kept 4,000 is the loss, means the stop loss for the strategy. for a counter. So in that case, when one or two legs were out, still the strategy was continuing, and it was kind of deadlock situation. Means from there, user is able to understand that from here already two legs are out, or those two legs are again re-entered. So from here, there is no way we can make money. But still, since the strategy is not exiting, even I was not suggesting to uh, exit manually and re-enter again. So the strategy was continuing, and it was a deadlock situation. To overcome that, I have reduced from 4,000 to 2,000 in the month of August. So that was also going pretty well. But in the month of September, when VIX was continuing upside, in the month of September, when the VIX was continuing upside, so even though stop loss were not hitting, even though four legs are available, so what was happening in index premium meter? It was hitting that final 2,000 of loss, and it was leaving, it was exiting from the strategy. So in that case, what was happening? So without any reason, our strategy was exiting with loss, and it was not getting ample amount of fair chance to recover with some premium erosion. So to overcome that, this is now a final cut version, you can say. So there is nothing wrong in means I am not changing the entire strategy. I'm just changing my stop loss so that the strategy can sustain in a difficult kind of market, also in a increasing VIX market also. So this kind of increasing VIX market is not very common. So that is why this particular scenario has been missed from me, which has been implemented right now. Who are worrying little bit that sir loss लेते वक्त तो 3,000 देते हैं, profit लेते वक्त बस 2,000 लेते हैं. No need to worry in that respect. I have clearly observed and experimentally verified, and already the strategy is doing good with 3,000 stop loss and 2,000 targets. So no need to worry about it. Meera madam, you have any question? You have raised your hand. You can unmute and ask. Or we can keep the questions just 10-15 minutes more. It is already 7:20. 10 minutes only I will talk more, and from 7:30 onwards I will start taking questions. Okay. So I'll talk about Bank Nifty consistent earner also. This is also a very good strategy. Trust me, it has potential to go give more. So since we went live, it has not performed well. That also I know. But just deploy in your means. That's why I have not means I had planned to increase the cost of in Bank Nifty consistent earner from October, but I have not done that. So it is still kind of free strategy. I would say just give little bit extra chance or extra bit of cushion to Bank Nifty consistent earner. Keep it in your paper trade at least, so that you can able to understand what exactly it is happening in Bank Nifty consistent earner. It is a very good strategy, and it has good potential. Okay, so it has inbuilt hedge. So within one deployment with very less capital, it can generate good amount of money. The back test suggests the same, and same as I also feel. So I would say I would not comment much on Bank Nifty consistent earner. Probably if it will have a very good month in October, we can discuss more about it. October end. But right now, Bank Nifty consistent earner proved itself good in case of paper trade only, means in backtesting only. Live market scenario, so far it is since last 8 days it is live, and so far it is almost cost to cost minus 2,000. So almost cost to cost it is running right now for me in my live deployment. So it is yet to prove itself in live market scenario. Okay, so we'll discuss more about Bank Nifty consistent earner later part. Okay, Bank Nifty volatile vaccine. So I am yet to create a video for this. Usually everyone know that whenever I create any strategy, also I create a video. But right now, with increasing familiarity, the famous means market star is getting a little bit more famous, and people are copying market star strategies like anything. So that is fine. So that is why I have restricted myself to create more of an because earlier I used to share the almost entire strategy in my YouTube videos. I'll continue to do that, no worry in that. But the thing is that I want the strategy what I am creating, so that will be the prime version. That should be the main version. And after that, when I create video, then definitely many people will copy. So that is a different part. So Bank Nifty volatile vaccine also going pretty well. It has started from September 20, which was the most volatile day, 20 to 24 last, those 4 days. Still, it performed well. And whatever the paper trade or whatever the Tratron stats, whatever you are seeing in Bank Nifty volatile vaccine, so that is not at all matching with live. So in live market, if you see, I would say 9 out of 10 Bank Nifty volatile vaccine live deployments are in very good profit right now. Okay, you can check whoever are live deployed Bank Nifty volatile vaccine. So they can also comment me in, this is open forum. They can agree or disagree with me, but I can see the live deployment. So that is why I'm saying, I'm not saying 10 out of 10 users are in profit, but 9 out of 10 users are in profit in Bank Nifty volatile vaccine. But in Tratron paper trade or Tratron starts, you can see the charts are not, the PNL are not matching with the live. That is fine. But Bank Nifty volatile vaccine also going pretty well, and I am very much hopeful because what I understood, people are more focused about low return strategy and low risk strategy. Means what people want, most of the people are not full-time trader, so they are just part-time traders, and they want trading as an additional income. So when you are in earning good in your job, most of the, means majority of the people want, I want my money to be saved and it should give me 5 or 6% at least every month. So when I talk about those kind of safe strategy, I would consider definitely Bank Nifty Sure Shot Runner. Where is that? Bank Nifty Sure Shot Runner. Yeah. So Bank Nifty Sure Shot Runner also, if you'll see, every month it will generate, definitely it will generate 7 to 8%, or net I will say 5 to 6% net after all cost it will generate and give you money. Okay, the strategy is designed in such a way. Okay, the maximum loss also kept in Bank Nifty volatile vaccine and Bank Nifty Sure Shot Runner. So in both these strategies, the maximum loss has been kept 4,000 per day, which is almost 2%, around 2.1 or 2.2% around per day risk. So that is a fair amount of risk when you are trading in intraday. Okay. You can ask me that when this is also 1.7 lakhs, this is also 1.7 lakhs, Bank Nifty, then why two similar strategies are there? Just for your kind information, these are not two similar strategies. Bank Nifty volatile vaccine starts early morning 9:16. This starts at 9:30. Bank Nifty volatile vaccine trades in ATM straddle, and this Bank Nifty Sure Shot Runner trades in OTM, Bank Nifty OTM OTM pair. So both have different entire, the logic is different, timing is different. So definitely if somebody wants little bit extra money only by Bank Nifty, no need to diversify, because we, in a long run, we have already seen Bank Nifty generates more profit compared to Nifty. So if anybody wants, they can pair these strategies. Okay, they can pair these strategies, two different timings, 9:16 and 9:30, two different kind of combination, ATM, OTM. Okay, the logic and the adjustments are, this is indicator based, this is price based. Okay, Bank Nifty volatile vaccine is indicator based, this is price based. So both have different flavor. So if anybody want, they can combine these two, and it can be a very good combination. Okay, with a very less amount of risk, because I have seen in here also maximum drawdown is 5 to 6%. Here also maximum drawdown is 5 to 6%. So combined drawdown can be only 5%, which is still manageable. Okay, coming to Bank Nifty Alone Survivor. Alone Survivor has, as the name indicates, it has proved the strategy is proved well in the month of September. Entire September it has run, and it has produced a good amount of return, 6.2%. So which is pretty good. I am very much happy with Bank Nifty Alone Survivor. There is no tuning, or there is no change required at all in Bank Nifty Alone Survivor. Okay. people having good amount of capital can definitely consider Bank Nifty Alone Survivor. But the problem in Alone Survivor is when you ask me which other strategy I can combine with Bank Nifty Alone Survivor, so that is a very difficult question for me. So if anybody has 10 lakhs money with one deployment without much hassle, they want to go for it. So Bank Nifty Alone Survivor is a Wolverine. Wolverine means it runs and it plays alone. Okay. So it can be like that kind of alone strategy, which can give you a good return every month. Okay. So you can consider that way. Okay. Coming to hybrid earner, Bank Nifty hybrid, yeah, you know, Bank Nifty hybrid earner and Nifty hybrid earner are high risk, high gain strategies. I'm not at all worried about 3% or 5% loss in the month of September, because these guys have potential to produce 20 to 30% in a month also. So we will see everybody, for everyone, it will be history. If October month will be generating 15 to 20% in hybrid earners, so everybody will even forget what happened in the month of September, because in the month of June also we have seen Bank Nifty hybrid earner was 12% drawdown, okay, entire month. But in the month of July and August, it was fired like anything. 30% return it has given Bank Nifty hybrid earner. So I am not changing anything in these strategies. Okay, so these two hybrid earners will continue to do how they are doing. The last one is index overnight earner. Very less talk about index overnight earner. Very silent strategy. Okay, because its lifespan also very small. It enters at 3 p.m. after 3 p.m. and ends before 9:17 or 9:20, before 9:20. So it is a very silent strategy, but considering this strategy is a pocket money strategy or sideline strategy where you are reusing your intraday capital, so considering that 2.7% is not bad. There are many big investors, or there are many big traders who have traded entire September month, and when they see the frontline strategies like Nifty Prima Meter or the frontline, maybe some hybrid earner, so when they are in negative, when they see in index overnight earner still 3% delivered, so that is what we accept from index overnight. We are not expecting 8 to 10% kind of return from a strategy which runs for only half an hour. Okay, so we are expecting to reuse our capital and to generate 3%. So that's what it has done. It has justified for which motto I have created index overnight earner. So it is going pretty well. In the month of September, when peak margin was there, when I was talking about normal, going to normal mode of the strategies, because of some obvious reason, I have not done that. So I had a plan to close overnight earner, index overnight earner. I was planning to stop completely. So, but it didn't stop, and it turned out to be a good decision. So far, every month, index overnight earner has delivered the expected result, including a volatile month in the September. Okay, so few more steps apart from the strategy, few more steps I had taken. No need to say it was a dent from for me, but that is fine. I always believe to stand with to pat my users back, and to have my shoulder with the side of my users shoulders. Okay, so that is why two major thing I have done. The first thing is the cost of the strategies have been reduced in mid month. So the reason was with increasing peak margin. So beyond this, anyway, margin requirement will not go up. So that is the 100% margin requirement right now. So since the capital has been increased, so ROI has been decreased. I have written the justification also. So that is why in all the strategy cost wise, I have reduced. So that was my first move, even though at that time the September volatility or loss I have not seen, but what I realized, the ROI will reduce, so let's reduce the cost so that it will be little bit user friendly. Secondly, in the second half, when I saw the losses, so it is not like everyone made loss, but there were majority of the people made loss. And when one strategy was making profit and one strategy is making loss, I would not create invoice for the loss making strategy, and if I'll create invoice for the profit making strategy, it will be highly unfair. So that is why I have given subscription coupon also for free. in the second half of the September. I have not created any kind of invoice, so I stood my on my word. Even though I can see from the P&L, there are many people who are making profit, who have made profit in September. That is fine. So cheers to them. Who have not made profit, at least they could able to realize that okay, a creator is helping us. So let's be together as a family and grow together. Okay, so that was my motive to have that step. Okay. Having said that, I have completed my presentation in this month. Whatever the minute changes or small changes I have done, so that has been covered the entire overall picture of the month. Why the loss happened, or how come you can't expect the same kind of loss, or why you can expect profit. So that also I have covered. I'm open to questions right now, so everyone can, whoever has questions, so they can raise hand, and one by one sequentially as per the raised hand, I will come to them one by one. I can see one hand raised by Mr. Aditya Dora. Mr. Aditya, you can unmute and ask. Yeah.
Hi. I just wanted to know about Alone Survivor. As to per day, how much loss it could take? Not per
So
counter, but per day.
correct. So whichever, so this question, actually this is a very valid question, and there are few of the person who have asked me about similar question, like how much loss index premium meter can make, or how much loss bank nifty premium meter junior. Yeah, I forgot to highlight bank nifty premium meter junior's profit. So it was 16% profit in the month of September, which was the means limelight strategy, but I forgot to mention this. And again, if someone will see Tretron stats, so that will not match because of Tretron couple of days error, as well as the freak trade what happened. But actually in live market, any user can see his own deployment, and he can definitely, apart from the slippages and all, he can definitely see more than 10% growth in bank nifty premium meter junior. Okay, so this is again whichever strategy book profit or loss as per the PNL. Whichever strategy book profit and loss as per the PNL, and new counter starts. So in those strategies, you cannot make sure that how much is your maximum loss, because when to make sure that when the counter renews, जब काउंटर चेंज होता है तो वहां पे हमको पीएनएल भी चेंज करना पड़ता है, ताकि इन द सेकंड काउंटर when the strategy starts, at that time the PNL will be fresh, and with that fresh PNL, again profit and loss will be calculated for that particular counter. Okay, so in that case I would say index premium meter, bank nifty alone survivor, Nifty Premium Meter Junior, Bank Nifty Premium Meter Junior. So these four strategies doesn't have any fixed amount of per day loss. So this sounds very scary that sir अपने काउंटर वाइज स्टॉप लॉस रखा है, बाकी लॉस तो अनलिमिटेड हो सकता है अगर ऐसे अगर चलता रहे काउंटर पे काउंटर काउंटर पे काउंटर. No, it is not like that. Okay, so there is one control with me. There is one control with me. If I go to live deployments, so it shows me all the live deployed users. Okay, and as a creator, it is my responsibility, since Tretron is not giving that functionality to restrict the loss, it is my responsibility, and all my strategies are live deployed in my own account. So whenever I see in Alone Survivor more than means two counters back to back stop loss hit, I just pause that strategy for that complete day. So this is a manual effort that I am okay to pay, okay to give that manual effort, because right now this is a limitation. Whenever whichever runs with counter, you can't restrict the entire day loss. So as a creator, I am taking that pen to pause the strategy whenever two counters back to back hit stop loss, which is equal to 18,000, which is equal to with slippage also. If you can see, it will not be, it will be within 2%. So any strategies, I would say consider only 2 to 2.5% maximum risk per day. if at all any user also seeing that because of XYZ reason, because of Tretron failure, because of strategy failure, because of whatever may be the reason, it is a very well-known aspect that whenever you are seeing 2% your capital is gone, you have to pause it. Otherwise, you will, if the 2% will be 4% or 5% or 6%, you will not have courage to start that strategy again tomorrow. 2% is kind of, it is not okay, but still I would say there is ample amount of chance that if a certain day will be too much volatile, then the next day will be little bit cooperative, and that 2% can be recovered very easily. So to answer Mr. Aditya's question, I stop manually the strategy whenever two consecutive stop loss hits in case of alone survivor. Right now, the similar approaches for other strategies like Bank Nifty Premium Meter Junior or Index Premium Meter, the similar strategy is not required because Index Premium Meter, the way the adjustments are written, so as per my knowledge, at least 1 to 2 hours required for 3000 stop loss. So why I'm saying that, because Nifty and Bank Nifty both are there in Index Premium Meter, and for a 3000 rupees stop loss, definitely couple of hours required. It is not that easy to hit stop loss in case of Index Premium Meter. And if 2 hours also hitting, 2 hours also needed for one stop loss, maximum 2 or maximum 3 stop loss can hit in Index Premium Meter, which is kind of 2 to 3% risk. I am okay to take. Okay. Similar, let me tell my last line. So similar explanation is available for Premium Meter Junior, Nifty Premium Meter Junior and Bank Nifty Premium Meter Junior also. But it is again, as per my suggestion, whenever you see 2 to 3% capital loss in a strategy, you can also pause. There is nothing wrong in it. And if I can see, then I can also pause. For Bank Nifty Alone Survivor, I am giving you guarantee that I will pause whenever two back-to-back stop loss will happen. Okay.
Beautiful. So I would like to tell about Alone Survivor. I have used it for this month, and there were a few manual interventions which I had done. That is, was getting out after a certain profit was made. So two things I wanted to say. One thing, it's a beautiful strategy. And I just wanted to know one thing. According to your stats, I mean your backtest results, may I know what is the maximum profit it makes? Let's say
it has made, it is already written in the edge for the last 1 year. So Bank Nifty Alone Survivor has made maximum profit three targets in a day. Okay. 27th, sorry, 4 target. 26,000 means it is given 4 targets in a day.
Okay. So two things I wanted to ask. One thing is, if you could see, it's a completely good strategy and it's absolutely mechanical. So it's automatic. So if there is some amount, let's say 2 targets or 3 targets, if it's okay for us to get out manually, so that we're done for the day, because it's more than enough. 1.5%
you can do that. You can do that. But right now, what you are doing, you are stopping after 1 target. So in that case, it will be So far it has gone well. Considering the volatility, it has gone well. I have seen your portfolio. Till now, you have not made any day loss in Bank Nifty Alone Survivor. I would say you will continue that profit
journey. I have made about 19,000 loss in the starting, but it does well. Most of the days it does well. It really does well.
Correct.
So that is okay.
Yeah, but at least wait for a couple of targets, because one target 6,000 and another day suppose 9,000, 9,000, 18,000 it will go. So it will not be a good portfolio for you. So at least wait for a couple of targets. Okay.
Very true. 2 to 3 targets, I think, is good enough for a manual intervention, right?
Correct.
Okay. Second thing I wanted to say, if it is possible by you only, then you do it. That is, if all the strategies, whatever we have seen the ROI, if you could add, like let's say one strategy, you know that per day it makes this much of cost. Let's say 300 rupees or 500 rupees. So average, upar niche, you can add that in the strategy ROI.
So that is already answered in earlier sessions also. I
Okay.
don't know you are trading in Aliceblue or Finvesia or Girodha. So that
Hmm.
is why the easy calculation is I have written the average number of trades in each strategy. So according to your broker, you can make out you can calculate that how much cost your strategy can means average cost your strategy can consume. So 30 trades means suppose you are trading in Aliceblue means you are actually so 30 trades means you can calculate 30 into how much 25 around let's say. So 750 rupees will be the your cost for running Bank Nifty Alone Survivor per day on an average. Sometime it will be less, sometime it will be more, but 750 is your per day cost including the brokerage and tax. So like that you can calculate H per your any user who wants they can calculate H per broker.
Okay. No, I was just telling ki if it was possible to add it in the stats so that it will be easier
No,
for us to
that
understand which is
yeah,
making
it is very easy for me to add in starts, but the thing is that I cannot generalize it. So that is why I'm not adding.
we cannot journalist. Okay, okay, all right. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So Kaniska, who has raised next hand.
Yeah, yeah. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah.
So, Siddham ji, is it possible? आपने जो अभी exit time रखा हो, that is 3 p.m. Can we extend it to 3:15, 3:20 for
That is
most
not.
of the
That is again
strategies?
वो वही हो जाता है ना सर कि जनरलाइज करना पड़ता है कि अभी एलएस ब्लू में 310 है, आईएफएल में भी 310 है, इसमें 320 है, मतलब हर कोई इसका अलग अलग होता है और 3 बजे के बाद ना वॉल्यूम थोड़ा सा कम हो जाता है, तो उसको अगर 320 तक होल्ड किया जाए तो मुझे नहीं लगता कि मतलब इट इज काइंड ऑफ 50-50 चांस कि काफी ज्यादा कुछ चेंज होने वाला है नहीं। ऊपर से लास्ट मोमेंट में अगर कुछ रिवर्स होता है तो बड़ा बुरा लगता है कि मतलब इतने टाइम 3 बजे तक तो सही था, 10-15 मिनट में खराब हो गया, तो मुझे नहीं लगता कि मुझे मैं चेंज करूंगा क्योंकि एलएस ब्लू का मैक्सिमम मार्केट स्टार यूजर्स आर विद एलएस ब्लू एंड एलएस ब्लू's कट ऑफ टाइम इज 310. आई एम नॉट बायस्ड बट दिस इज द रियलिटी. ओके, सो आई कैन नॉट जनरलाइज दैट कि 320 तक हर जीरोधा का होता है तो हर किसी का होगा. So 3 o'clock is your means we'll continue to cut up at 3 p.m. only.
Okay. So, can we have the the margins are same for MIS as well as this normal
Normal.
orders. So, can we have the normal order strategies also?
नॉर्मल
I
ऑर्डर
don't think
सर
it will make
मैं
any
तो रेडी हूँ,
difference.
ये करने के लिए मैं रेडी हूँ, बट काफी सारे यूजर्स ने क्वेश्चन रेज किया कि आप अगर नॉर्मल रख दोगे अभी जैसे कि कुछ दिन पहले और सितंबर में ये प्रूव भी हो गया, सितंबर में ना स्ट्रेटेजी एग्जिट नहीं हो रहे थे, ट्रेट्रॉन से एग्जिट नहीं हो रहे थे 3 p.m. अराउंड. मेनी पीपल हैव कंप्लेंड, यू कैन सी द चार्ट, मे बी इट इज 12th or 13th September, mid of the September, strategies were not exiting at 3 p.m. So I was little bit concerned. They did exit at 3:05, but क्या पता अगर एग्जिट होता ही नहीं तो एटलीस्ट इंट्राडे स्क्वायर ऑफ में स्क्वायर अप तो हो जाते हैं. ठीक है, पर आगे अभी अगर मैं नॉर्मल रखता हूँ और ट्रेट्रॉन का कोई एक इशू हो जाता है कि 310 हो गया, 315 हो गया, एग्जिट नहीं हो रहा है, तो वो फिर मेरे पास कोई ऑप्शन बचेगा नहीं एंड दोज ऑप्शंस विल बी कैरीड फॉरवर्ड टू नेक्स्ट डे. So it was actually an additional risk. So as a creator I can't take that risk. अगर आपको मतलब नहीं यूजर भी नहीं लेना चाहिए, क्यों मतलब मत लो ना रिस्क, ठीक है. तो इसीलिए मैंने मेरा प्लान था बट
got your point.
तो फिर मैंने वो ड्रॉप कर दिया प्लान. ओके, या वरुण जी,
Thank you.
मिस्टर वरुण, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन प्लीज.
जी नमस्ते सर.
नमस्ते सर, बोलिए सर.
सर मेरा आपसे ये सवाल था कि आपने अगस्त मंथ की बात में ऐसा लास्ट के 5-10 मिनट में ऐसा कहा था कि मैं सेबी रजिस्ट्रेशन के लिए जा रहा हूँ अपने एल्गोस से, और अल्गो ट्रेडिंग बाय चांस बैन हो जाती है, सेबी या एनएसई ऐसे कुछ रेगुलेशंस ले आता है कि भाई ये सब काम बंद करो. तो आप जो नया प्लेटफॉर्म बनाने का बात कर रहे हैं तो
वो भी
क्या
चल रहा है,
आप
दोनों चल रहा है काम, ऑलरेडी इन प्रोग्रेस है कि मेरा नया प्लेटफॉर्म का भी मैं 2-3 वेंडर से बात करके वो इन प्रोग्रेस है. होपफुली उसका कुछ कम अप आ जाएगा 1-2 महीने के अंदर, हम लोग लाइव टेस्टिंग स्टार्ट कर देंगे इम्प्लीमेंट होने के बाद. और साइड बाय साइड सेबी रजिस्ट्रेशन का भी मेरी बातचीत चल रही है ताकि विल बी रिस्क फ्री. अगर करना ही है इतना सारा, मतलब ये देखो ये उतना ज्यादा कुछ प्लान था नहीं मेरा, ठीक है. मैंने जैसे कि मैंने बोला था कि ये सारी स्ट्रेटेजी मैंने पहले खुद के लिए बनाया और बाकी मैंने जब देखा कि यूजर्स को अच्छा लग रहा है स्ट्रेटेजी, देन आई टुक a step ahead to create some more strategies डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द यूजर्स टेस्ट। ओके, तो अभी वैसे ही मैं देख रहा हूँ कि इवन सितंबर वाज अ वेरी बैड मंथ, फिर भी यूजर का भरोसा मेरे ऊपर है और आई कैन सी मेनी डिप्लॉयमेंट्स व्हिच आर रनिंग। थोड़ा सा कम हो गया नंबर ऑफ डिप्लॉयमेंट्स, पर काफी सारे यूजर्स अभी भी एज यूजुअल जैसे ट्रेड करते थे वैसे ही कर रहे हैं। तो इट क्रिएट्स मोर सेटिस्फेक्शन एंड कॉन्फिडेंस ऑन मी। और जो दोनों चीजें अब बात कर रहे हैं, ये दोनों चीजें अभी मैं फुल फोर्स से आगे बढ़ रहा हूँ, क्योंकि सितंबर का मंथ जो झेल लिया है बाकी सब मंथ तो झेल ही लेंगे, मतलब यूजर्स मेरे साथ ही रहने वाले हैं। तो दैट गिव्स मी मोर कॉन्फिडेंस और इस पे काम चल रहा है, बहुत जल्दी मैं अनाउंसमेंट भी कर दूंगा।
जी सर, धन्यवाद।
ठीक है, विनय जी बोलिए।
सर नमस्कार।
नमस्कार।
सर मैं ये बोल रहा था कि जो इंडेक्स पेमेंट में पर लेग का एसएल कितना रहता है? 3000 ना?
पर लेग का स्टॉप लॉस इंडेक्स प्रीमियोमीटर में कुछ अलग सही रहता है, जो कि मैं पब्लिकली अभी तक नहीं बताया हूँ। ठीक है, तो पर लेग का स्टॉप लॉस रहता है, बिल्कुल रहता है। पर लेग का कोई टारगेट नहीं, पर लेग का कोई टारगेट नहीं रहता। अब वो परसेंटेज में रहता है, तो परसेंटेज में जब रहता है तो जब फ्राइडे के दिन ज्यादा प्रीमियम एंट्री मिलता है तो उसके हिसाब से पर लेग का स्टॉप लॉस ज्यादा होता है, पर लेग का प्रीमियम गिरने के बाद प्रॉफिट भी ज्यादा होता है पर लेग, तो फ्राइडे के दिन थोड़ा सा ज्यादा होता है। दो आपका जो मतलब जहां पे अगर एक साइड में आपको ज्यादा का लॉस हो रहा है तो दूसरे साइड में ज्यादा का प्रॉफिट भी हो जाता है ना, तो इसलिए मैंने फ्राइडे के दिन कोई टारगेट या स्टॉप लॉस में कुछ चेंजेस नहीं है, दैट रिमेन सेम। पर यहाँ पे आपको देखने के लिए लग रहा होगा कि अरे मेरे फुट में इतना सारा लॉस हो रहा है फिर भी बुक नहीं हो रहा है, तो आपको कॉल में उतना प्रॉफिट भी मिल रहा होगा जो कि आप इग्नोर कर देते हो। ठीक है, तो इसलिए
सर मुझे लगता है कि 3000 का एसएल है, तो अगर एक साइड में 3000 लॉस हो रहा है तो दूसरे साइड में जो अगर कॉल में लॉस हो रहा है
वो नहीं है,
तो
वो उस टाइप का स्ट्रेटेजी हमारे पास अवेलेबल है ना। बैंक निफ्टी प्रीमियम निफ्टी प्रीमियम मीटर वो सब में ऐसा होता है कि एक साइड का स्टॉप लॉस कटा के दूसरे साइड में नेकेड हो जाओ। तो इंडेक्स प्रीमियम वैसा काम नहीं करता। इंडेक्स प्रीमियम का काम करने का तरीका ही पूरा अलग होता है। बैंक निफ्टी के
मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि वन साइड स्टॉप लॉस है, वो वन साइड स्टॉप लॉस जब लग जाता है दूसरे साइड का प्रीमियम बचता नहीं कि वो प्रीमियम गिरे।
नहीं, वो होता है जैसे कि आपने नोटिस किया है, एक कभी कभी ऐसा भी होता है कि इंडेक्स प्रीमियम में इतने सारे कंडीशन है ना, उसको डॉक्यूमेंटेशन या फिर समझाने लगूं तो 2-4 घंटे लग जाएंगे। ठीक है, कभी करेंगे भी वैसा, पर इंडेक्स प्रीमियम में क्या होता है ना, कभी कभी वो आपने देखा भी होगा वो नेकेड भी होता है, मतलब खाली पुट है और पर वो कब होता है नेकेड कि खाली पुट या खाली कॉल दोनों साइड से ही रखा है और पूरा बाकी दूसरे साइड से पूरा निकल गया है, बहुत ही ज्यादा मार्केट ट्रेंडिंग हो जाता है, देन ओनली इट विल डू लाइक दैट। और अगर वहां से रिवर्सल भी होता है तो वापस से लेग्स भी आ जाते हैं, रीजनरेट भी हो जाते हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज रिपेयर। तो ऐसे बहुत सारे कंडीशंस लिखे गए हैं। आप इंडेक्स प्रीमियोमीटर के लॉजिक चेंज करने के लिए तो कोई रिक्वेस्ट करो ही मत, क्योंकि मैंने इंडेक्स प्रीमियोमीटर का अराउंड 10 वर्जन्स मैंने इंडेक्स प्रीमियोमीटर का निकाला और करंट वर्जन के साथ मैंने पी&एल मैच करवाया, 10 के 10 हार गए करंट वर्जन के सामने। तो इससे अच्छा ऑप्टिमाइज वे बनाना इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट। ठीक है, तो मैंने सिंगल काउंटर का भी ट्राई किया ताकि ब्रोकरेज बच जाए, पर ब्रोकरेज बचाने के चक्कर में प्रॉफिट काफी ज्यादा रिड्यूस हो गया है। ठीक है, तो वन काउंटर वाला भी मैं देखता हूँ, फिर भी मैं कोशिश जारी रखता हूँ, क्योंकि स्ट्रेटेजी बना के मैं बैठने वाला में से नहीं हूँ, मैं हमेशा ऑप्टिमाइज करने की कोशिश करता हूँ। तो मुझे अगर कोई ऑप्टिमाइजेशन वे मिला देन डेफिनेटली आई विल टेल यूजर्स कि ये वाला मैं करने वाला हूँ, बिना बोले तो मैं कुछ चेंजेस नहीं करता हूँ। ठीक है, फिलहाल इंडेक्स प्रीमियोमीटर इज द ऑप्टिमाइज्ड वर्जन, काफी सही जा रहा है।
ठीक है।
ओके, किरण राखी जी, मिस्टर किरण।
Sir, does index overnight earner have any stop loss, sir? Is there any video
There is
related
no
to
chance. It is overnight means how can I put stop loss?
Yeah, it is very scary now, sir. If there is any big gap up or gap down, any black swan even. So if I want to deploy a huge amount in that one, so
okay. I'll tell you. So this question has been asked me n number of times, multiple number of times, and I keep on saying, sir, when one particular driver brings his car to the road, so there can be accident also, but still people are driving the car, right? So the thing is that it is not like will not drive. So there can be some accidents happen. On April 19, if you can check, so on that day, Bank Nifty opened 3.5% down. Okay. So on that day, we have made around 6,900 per lot loss, per X loss. Okay, so that is the maximum loss happened. So Black Swans event, when you say, if so, practically someone has to understand how index overnight earner works. So it doesn't always sorts every day. Matlab blindly we are not sorting. We have taken our backtest report for last 3 years. Okay, on those 3 years data, I have captured, according to the data, I have captured which day I have to do Bank Nifty option sorting, which day I have to do Bank Nifty option long, which day I have to do Nifty option sorting. So it is all specified. So whichever days we are going long, on that day, if those Black Swan events are happening, so it will favor us like anything. Okay, like in some days, if you see, there will be per X 10,500 profit also there. In September month only, there was a day where 3,500 plus profit was there. Okay, there was one more day where 2,000 profit was there. And recently on Friday, last Friday only, so Tretron could not able to punch some order. I don't know why, but on 29th, on 30th to 1st of October, there was a big gap down. So, and usually on expiry day, we are going long with on Friday. So on that day with the big gap down, we could have made very good amount of profit. So it is not like every day we are going long. So that is why index overnight earner is successful. And compared to Bank Nifty, Nifty is less susceptible to change, means more susceptible to change. So you suppose Bank Nifty with a gap, it is changing around 3 to 4%. So in that case, Nifty will change only 1 to 1.5%, half. So that is what the data says, and that is why we can understand, because Nifty has 50 stocks. Okay, so in that case, on some days we are going with Nifty also. So it is not like every day we are doing the same thing. Still, we have reduced the probability of getting caught on those Black Swan events or huge gap up, gap downs, but it is not ruled out. And we are okay with it, that if some days it will happen, it is not like if you can you able to visualize practically that how much people's money will be wiped out if 10% gap up or 10% gap down will happen. Okay, we are talking about only 2 lakhs money which we are keeping in our overnight. So overnight 10 to 20% gap up, gap down is not kind of simple scenario. By that time, that if at all that will happen 5 to 10 years once. So I can guarantee whatever you lose on that day, pretty much 10 to 20 times you would have been gained within those 5 to 10 years. Okay, so considering only one such bad days, if you will not deploy that, then it will be a bad idea, I will say.
Is there any video related to this one, sir? Any logic of the video?
Overnight earner video also I was about to create, but I have not created. But as I said, means the thing is that
actually I want to deploy more amount, not just
no,
2 lakhs.
Don't go more amount. So that is again I'm saying. See,
yeah, that's why I felt very scared about
no. You should not go like. Suppose just look at Market Stars portfolio. So in our strategies, so index overnight earner very trickily exited at 917. So what is the reason? So whoever are using index premimeter, they can't use it. Who means whichever dynamic strategies are there, which enters at 916 or 925. So in those strategies, reuse cannot be done. Only in case of 930 or 945 strategies. So only on those strategies you can deploy index overnight earner. Okay. So in that way also, means I would say you should not deploy 30%, more than 30 to 40% your capital in index overnight earner. So that should be your maximum kind of allocation to index overnight earner.
Okay. Could you please make a video on Bank Nifty volatile vaccine and index overnight and in one video, sir, so that it
very soon, sir. Very soon, sir. But the thing is that I want at least 1-2 months it goes successful. Then only I'll create. Otherwise, otherwise nowadays it is becoming a trend that understand somebody's strategy and copy it. Okay. So I'll do that. Definitely, I don't care about copying and all. I just care about my users. If users are understanding what exactly happening in the strategy, that creates confidence on users. Okay. So definitely I'll create the video, but soon, not now.
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Sudarshan, SC Sudarshan.
गुड इवनिंग सीताराम जी.
गुड इवनिंग सर, बोलिए कैसे हैं?
बस बढ़िया. आई जस्ट वांटेड टू आस्क यू if the time of hedge hedge position or
OTM hedges.
sorry, there was some disruption. OTM hedge strategies, the time of that can be extended or not?
That can be extended, no worry in that. So
can you make it to 320?
320 we cannot make. As I told you, I am little bit more biased towards Aliceblue because 70% of market star users are using Aliceblue. Okay, so it can be maximum till 308, not more than that. Okay.
So can you please make it to 308?
Yeah, that can be possible because these are all OTM strategies, and last couple of minutes nothing can change. But if it will help more users to hold your intraday positions till that time, then definitely I can do that. No worry, I can make it to 308. Anyway, Aliceblue's auto square up time is 310, so I have to square up before that. And there are more brokers also who cuts their position at 310. Okay, not only Aliceblue. So I would make it 308.
Okay, thank you. And one more question, Sitaram, that considering the current volatility in the market, what would be the ideal strategy in the current month with a capital of 10 lakhs?
Very good question. Actually, I was about to answer this question or tell from my side only, but good that you asked. So right now, if somebody wants to understand, if somebody asks me that I want a strategy which can produce good amount of profit, at least not good amount, but consistent amount of profit every month. So my first choice will be index premium. Okay, but as you all know, so like before September, if somebody was seeing Nifty premium meter, so that used to be with Sharpe ratio 8.5, and that used to be the most consistent strategy of market star. But what happened in the month of September, it has gone through a good amount of drawdown, which I have never expected, not even seen in my backtesting, not even seen my last 6 months live market deployment. But it happened. So what I mean to say, index premium meter is a very good strategy, but definitely there will be some cracks which is not visible right now, but it may be visible in future. So why unnecessarily take that risk? Prevention is better than cure. So I would not suggest anyone to keep your bulk 100% allocation to index premium meter. If it is possible, index premium meter definitely the first choice for most of the users. But if it is possible, if you understand the dynamics of index premium meter, which starts at early morning 9:16 around. So if you can combine index premium meter with Bank Nifty sure shot earner. So in index premium meter, you are entering with Bank Nifty ATM positions, and in Bank Nifty sure shot earner, you are entering Bank Nifty sure shot, you are entering OTM positions, and both are very consistent strategy. There may be some difficult patches when the Bank Nifty sure shot earner started. Somebody has lost money, and I deeply I'm sorry for that. But the thing is that the concept was the concept of Bank Nifty sure shot earner was different when it started. But now since last 15 days, if you'll see, the concept was something different. Okay, so Bank Nifty sure shot earner never goes naked. It has always calls and puts together always. Whenever any adjustment needed, it exits call and put both and re-enters. And now the maximum loss also kept to 4,000. So no way the strategy can make more than 4,000 rupees loss in a day. So with those fixes, I would say Bank Nifty sure shot earner is a very consistent strategy right now. Okay, with different ATM and OTM pair, so you can combine. A user if wants to handle most of the market scenario, you can say suppose from 9:16 to 9:30, someday huge volatility we have seen, 100 point down, 200 point down, and 200 point up. So suppose in during that volatility, index premium meter is suffering. So on those days with volatility, when the VIX increases, and then the next powerful strategy, Bank Nifty sure shot earner at 9:30 it enters. So there is a huge chance that after that, when VIX decreases, Bank Nifty sure shot earner will capture good amount of profit, which will compensate the loss of index premium meter. Okay, So if anybody wants, they can combine these two. This will be a good combination. One more thing, after the suppose for the first half an hour the volatility continues and somebody has a good amount of portfolio and more diversification somebody is expecting, with the explanation whatever I have given right now, along with index premium meter and Bank Nifty CFSA turner, go with the rockstar performer of market star, which is Bank Nifty premium meter. So Bank Nifty premium meter has proved itself since last 6 to 7 months. From the month of March, it has performed well, and with current fixes and all, it will continue to do well. And its timing is 9:45, after 9:45. So morning volatility would have already gone. The concept itself very different. It takes ITM, OTM, and ATM 3 pairs. So the diversification is already more there. So if somebody has more capital and they can deploy Bank Nifty premium meter, index premium meter, and CFSA turner, all these three, I would say it is very difficult for that user to lose money at the end of the month. Definitely 5 to 6% will be there.
Okay, thanks very much.
Okay, yeah. धनंजय जी बोलिए, काफी देर से आपने हाथ रेज किया.
Sir, any plans for buying algos?
चल रहा है सर, मैंने दिखाया भी था थोड़ा सा बैक टेस्टिंग में, मेरा दिखा देता हूँ. बाइंग अल्गो भी चलाना चाहिए, मतलब मैंने स्टार्ट कर दिया है अपना काम बाइंग अल्गो में, बैंक निफ्टी स्कैल्पिंग. तो मतलब मैं आई एम नॉट अ ह्यूज फैन ऑफ बैंक निफ्टी बाइंग. सेलिंग में अच्छा कर ही रहा हूँ मैं, 2-3 साल से सेलिंग कर रहा हूँ. तो बट स्टिल एज आई सेड कि मैंने अपने लिए स्ट्रेटेजी तो बनाई है और मेरी स्ट्रेटेजी मैं खुद भी यूज करता हूँ, पर बाइंग अगर मैं करूंगा भी तो इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर माई सेल्फ टू डिप्लॉय. इट विल बी फॉर यूजर्स ओनली. ठीक है, और उस पर काम मैंने चालू किया है 1 वीक से, क्योंकि अभी अगर मार्केट प्लेस में देखोगे तो रैंकिंग में खाली बाइंग स्ट्रेटेजी दिख रहे हैं और मार्केट स्टार का कोई बाइंग स्ट्रेटेजी है ही नहीं. तो ऐसा नहीं कि आई एम नॉट कैपेबल, बट द थिंग इज दैट इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू जनरेट कंसिस्टेंट इनकम इन एनी निफ्टी और बैंक निफ्टी बाइंग स्ट्रेटेजीज. अभी जो स्ट्रेटेजी दिख रहे हैं 2-3 महीने पहले तो दिख नहीं रहे थे, कहाँ पे थे. ठीक है, तो अभी मार्केट का विक्स बढ़ा हुआ है तो हर कोई हीरो बनेगा. देखते हैं अगले महीने में क्या होता है. I cannot comment more on this, but I have also started working on creating buying strategies. If I will get some consistent profit, then definitely it will be there.
One more thing, आप अपना प्लेटफॉर्म जरूर बनाए तो ठीक है, पर ट्रेट्रॉन से एग्जिट मत करिएगा, इतना ही कहना चाहूंगा.
ट्रेट्रॉन से मैं कभी भी एग्जिट नहीं करूंगा. ट्रेट्रॉन ने तो बनाया है मार्केट, मतलब मार्केट स्टार को अल्गो में बनाया है. पहले तो मार्केट स्टार पहले से ही था, पर जितना फेमस ट्रेट्रॉन ने मुझे बनाया है, तो आई विल नेवर disconnect from my route. So definitely it will be there. But considering there are many bigger firms, so they want to connect with me, but they don't want to connect with Tretron. I am getting many, मतलब बहुत सारे ऑफर आ रहे हैं मुझे कि आप हमारे साथ जुड़िए. तो मेरा अगर खुद का प्लेटफॉर्म होता तो मैं उनको जोड़ देता. अब ट्रेट्रॉन से एक यूजर के लिए अगर एक बनाए तो हो नहीं पाएगा. बड़े फर्म के पास 100-200 यूजर होते हैं. तो आई एम थिंकिंग अबाउट ए बिगर काइंड ऑफ स्टेप. इसलिए खुद का प्लेटफॉर्म एंड सेबराइजेशन बोथ आर रिक्वायर्ड. पर ट्रेट्रॉन में मैं रहूंगा, मेरी स्ट्रेटेजी भी रहेगी सारे. ओके, प्रशांत यादव जी बोलिए सर.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, tell me sir.
Okay.
Good evening.
Good evening. 2 requests from my side. One is that please keep updating the entry time and exit times for your strategies in your tracker sheet, so that as we develop a portfolio using, say, maybe overnight earner or something, we can stay consistent. If you want to keep it confidential, then you can give the earliest entry time or the latest exit time. But having that at one place will be really helpful. You mean to see here one more row? Yeah, and anywhere. So you can put it here, or you can have a new sheet, whatever is convenient for you. But
that's fine. Entry exit time. So that much of confidentiality I don't want. I can keep here. So point noted. It will be done. Okay, great. Second, I just wanted to confirm that the capital requirement that is in this sheet is the final one and the latest one, and this is what we should see.
for
Sir,
adequacy?
mostly 99% I can say yes, but there is always 1% which may change. There is a reason. The reason is with increasing weeks, when broker itself or the exchange itself increasing the margin, so it is very difficult for me to track or understand that rules. So I'm already, I have, means whatever the capital you are seeing here. So where is the capital? Yeah, but whatever the capital you are seeing here, so these capitals also include the drawdown also. And my formula is very simple. So I create baskets in Zerodha, and I add a drawdown plus 3% to 5% more drawdown extra, so that people can still stand. And finally, I come to the final calculation of the capital requirement. But with increasing weeks, again some more 5 to 10% it gets added. So when I initially what I thought, so let's have some maximum capital. So beyond that, anyway, it will not be used. So let's have 5 to 10% or extra. So in that case, many users again question me, sir, you have kept, you have mentioned very high capital, and there is always highly unused capital. So if a 1x or 2x trader are not seeing this, but there are couple of 1 CR or 2 CR users. So for them, when I see 10% extra is available, so for them 10 lakhs extra is available. So which is not wrong for smooth execution, but again, it is a daily loss for them. So which could have made for a period of 1 month, which could have made 5% more, which means 50,000 to 60,000 extra for them. So because of that, I have restricted myself, and I told with a line that this is actually a safe capital requirement, whatever I have mentioned. But if in case with huge volatility, the broker is increasing the capital, then please keep the OTM strategies handy. You can quickly deploy OT, because it will take some time to reload extra money, but it will be very easy for the user to deploy OTM strategies to get instant benefit of the leverage. Okay, this is the best way the current system can be handled. Otherwise, 9 out of 10 days, you will not see any kind of problem with this capital requirement.
Okay, great. One last request. For most of the strategies on TradeTron, the trade details are available on the strategy page, but for your strategies, they are not available. And most of, I'm sorry?
Trade details, I didn't understand that. Trade
so,
details?
When you go to the strategy page, below the payoff chart, there is a table.
Got it. Trade details.
Yeah.
So
now, let me just tell you why it is relevant. And so, for one or two things like calculating the Sortino ratio, your daily PNL from this Google sheet is helpful. Yeah, but there are certain other volatility matrices that, I would like to compute. So, what I'll have to do is to subscribe to each strategy to evaluate it. But if you could just, make it available, then we can do the analysis and only subscribe to the strategies that meet our, requirements.
Sir, what I'll do means I will cater your request in a different way. You can ask, means I'll not make it generic that it will not be available for sure in TradeTron, but I can make sure that whichever strategy you want such last 1 year trade details, I can give you trade details of last 1 year. So that is already available with me.
Okay, thank you so much. That's all.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Mr. Rajkumar Misra.
गुड इवनिंग सर।
गुड इवनिंग सर, बोलिए।
सर मेरे को बस ये अभी मैं नया जुड़ा हूँ आपके साथ में। अभी सितंबर से ही मेरा मैं फॉलो तो बहुत टाइम से कर रहा था, बट सितंबर से ही मैंने कैपिटल वो करके अराउंड मतलब 4 लाख के आसपास मैंने वो करके, और पहले तो मेरे को समझ में नहीं आ रहा था किस पे रहना है, तो मैंने पहले जो है निफ्टी प्रीमियम एंटर 1-2 दिन चलाया, फिर इंडेक्स प्रीमियम एंटर चलाया। अभी इंडेक्स प्रीमियम एंटर कंटिन्यू है, और आपका ये जब ये बैंक निफ्टी का जो है वीवी है उसको भी मैंने कंटिन्यू किया। तो अभी ये मेरा ठीक है सर, या फिर कुछ चेंज करना है मेरे को? उससे हेज के साथ कर रहा हूँ।
इंडेक्स प्रीमियम मीटर के लिए तो कोई क्वेश्चन ही नहीं है, सो कंटिन्यू दैट। उसके साथ आप बैंक निफ्टी वोलेटाइल वैक्सीन को मत रखो, क्योंकि बैंक निफ्टी इंडेक्स प्रीमियम मीटर में आपका 916 का एटीएम स्टार्डल ऑलरेडी है, तो जो भी बेनिफिट मिलना होता है वहां से तो आपको मिल ही रहा है, ठीक है।
Yes, sir.
तो उसके साथ आप अगर चाहो तो बैंक निफ्टी श्योर शॉट रनर को कंबाइन कर दो, जो कि रीजन मैंने अभी बताया, ठीक है, थोड़ी देर पहले। तो बैंक निफ्टी वोलेटाइल वैक्सीन की जगह बस श्योर शॉट रनर कर दो, थोड़ा सा और आपको सेफ फील होगा, मतलब कंसिस्टेंट फील होगा।
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
ठीक है सर। सतीश जी, नेक्स्ट मिस्टर सतीश।
या गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन।
गुड इवनिंग।
सीताराम जी, जैसे आपने बताया कि इफ वी इम्प्लीमेंट 3 strategies, that is index premium meter, now out of my portfolio, suppose I allocate 50% to IPE, 25% approximately to bank nifty premium meter, and approximately 25% to sure short earner. What do you think would be the overall drawdown for all these strategies run together?
Okay, perfect. So this answer I'll give you right away. So suppose you have means 2x means around 6.4 lakhs, 6.5 lakhs you have kept in index premium meter. Okay, so 1x suppose you are keeping in bank nifty premium meter, which is 11.5 lakhs. Okay, and suppose 2x more, suppose you are keeping in bank nifty sure short earner, which is again 3.4 lakhs more. Okay,
correct.
So two index premium meter, bank nifty sure short earner 2x and bank nifty premium meter 1x. So the total capital requirement will be around 15 lakhs. So on 15 lakhs, this is the 1 year last 1 year data, 245 days. So this is the last 1 year data, and the 1 year data suggests the drawdown would be around 2.6% drawdown on 15 lakhs, which is very much impressive drawdown. Okay, and that too on contrast of average monthly ROI of 11%, which is on contrast to 2.6% drawdown, 11% return is too good. And especially when you see last 1 year means till month of June, the VIX and premium both were high. So that is why this 11% is coming. Real market scenario, considering all the slippages and all, I would consider definitely, I would not reduce the drawdown, but definitely I can say the average monthly ROI will be around 7 to 8% at least.
Okay. And in case of sure short earner, I just had one small query. I don't know, because if I observe the strategy, the OTM, I think the strangle, it is 200. I mean ATM plus 200, 200.
Correct.
So now if we see the normal bank nifty range, I think out of 30 to 22 working days, maybe for 15 to 16 days, I don't think it is more than 500 to 600 points in a day. So if that strangle is increased to 300 points, then do you think that would increase the ROI of this strategy?
It is already tested. The thing is that when you when I went to 300,
the premiums will be very low. The
premiums will be very low. So the earning also comes down, whereas the consistency will be little bit increased. When the and there will be some days where now what is happening, you might have already seen when bank nifty goes up by around 100 to 200 points. So bank nifty, the other side, the put side also, when call side is giving loss, the put side is compensating the loss. When you go more far, so it will not able to compensate. Okay. So in that way also it will be impacting. So that is why I have tested ITM, ATM, OTM. So everywhere it is tested, and finally I have settled here. So right now it is, as you said, ATM plus 200 and minus 200. But if the market dynamics will change latter part, so I may consider the 300 also. But right now it is going well.
And it keeps on shifting, right? I mean, if the 200 ATM is hit, it will get the next pair, 200 plus.
You understood. It is not exactly that way, but mostly it works that way. It will shift not the profitable, sorry, not the loss one. It actually exits from the pair and it retakes the fresh pair. Yeah, correct.
Okay. And this will go until 3 o'clock, right?
It will go until 3 o'clock, not 258. It is extra a little bit. Means I was thinking for 305 also, because OTM pair, no, even 1-2% points extra also, it means a lot.
Yes. And Sitaramji, there was just one confusion. IP, I thought that it won't enter after 2:30, but yesterday on the group I read somewhere that it won't enter after 2:15. So what is the exact time?
2:15. So I have preponed by. Okay, this update also I have not given. So why 2:15? Because the thing is that it is again on the observation way only, little bit tweak. This is not again a major change, but the thing is that I have seen the apart from the what you call the expiry day. apart from the expiry day, it is very hardly you have seen any other day after 2 p.m. The strategy entered and made some good amount of money. Only in case of expiry day it happens. Otherwise, none other day it happens. So that is why I kept little bit. Means instead of 230, I have reduced it to 215.
So in case of all dynamic strategies, the cutoff time is 215, or
215.
for all strategies it is 215.
No, the re-entry timing is re-entry cutoff is 215. Correct.
Okay. For sure shot earner also.
Same.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Welcome. The next question is Nimesh ji, boliye sir.
Yes. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Sir, I'm very, very fine. Excellent. So first and foremost, let me congratulate you for such a passionate, involvement for each and every customer, each and every client of yours. I've been deploying a lot of strategies, and almost I'm working with around 7 or 8 creators. But I can compliment you that you are one of the finest and among the topmost creators who takes so much of pain and also दूसरों का दर्द भी समझते हो, like in what you have done. So that is very, very appreciable.
इतना ना करें तो आपसे ये compliment ना मिलता हमें.
नहीं क्या absolutely, and मैं किसी को free में compliment भी नहीं देता हूँ. Absolutely, you deserve it, and that's why I have given it to you. Okay, now coming back to most of my questions were already answered by asked by someone else, and you have already answered it. Like one of them was the proportion in which you should deploy your strategies. Index premium meter, you said 50%, and 25% sure short earner and market bank nifty premium meter, right? And I wanted to also introduce the overnight one. So what do you think, how many percentage wise or how much should I?
Equal to bank nifty premium meter.
So you talking of multiplication X wise or value wise?
Capital wise.
Capital, acha. So then I'll start that also, because as it is the amount. What time does it enter and what time does it exit?
3:05 after 3:05 it will enter, and before 9:17 it will means at 9:17.
It just plays on gap up, gap down only.
Sorry?
It is playing only on gap up and gap down.
No, it plays every day. It is not like
No, I agree. So towards the end, whatever the trend is there, suppose it looks like bullish, then it will take a bullish long position.
It is paired, sir. It is a pairing strategy, not naked strategy. It is a pairing strategy.
Okay.
Pair strategy only. It just tries to reutilize your capital to generate some overnight kind of.
And what should we expect? Maybe around 2-3% in a month.
3% is the average expectation from this.
That's not bad actually.
That is pretty good. You might have seen some liquid kind of funds where you can park your capital overnight. Okay.
Yeah.
So and those are giving.
पूरा महीने में 6% नहीं देते हो.
महीने में 6% कहाँ सर, पूरा साल में भी 6%
नहीं देता. साल में sorry.
हाँ, तो in a month also, if our index overnight earner can generate 3% on an average, so this is a very handsome amount.
So why don't you recommend more capital on it actually?
सर इट इज ऑल अबाउट रिस्क. मतलब जैसे कि मैंने खुद से देख लिया है कि 6,900 in a day it came down, which is around 3.5 to 4% of the capital.
तो maximum drawdown कितना है आपके हिसाब से लास्ट 2 साल में?
Maximum drawdown तो लास्ट 4 महीने में ऐसे तो नहीं है कि गैप अप गैप डाउन हुआ नहीं है. हमने काफी सारे गैप डाउन देखा हुआ है, पर लास्ट 1 साल के डाटा के अगर बेसिस पे अगर मैं दिखाऊं तो ज्यादा नहीं है, कुछ 6-7% के आसपास होगा ड्रॉडाउन, उससे ज्यादा नहीं है.
हाँ, तो फिर तो वर्थ है
कहाँ है ड्रॉडाउन, कहाँ है? Yeah, here it is 9,500. So 9,500 means less than 5%.
फिर तो वर्थ है थोड़ा रिस्क लेने का. अच्छा, मुझे और एक क्या पूछना था, ये हमेशा ये विक्स की बहुत बात चलती है, एंड टू बी द बेस्ट ऑफ माय नॉलेज ऑल आवर स्ट्रेटजीज आर सेलिंग स्ट्रेटजीज, एंड हायर विक्स मींस हायर प्रीमियम, एंड हायर प्रीमियम विल लीड टू हायर डीके ऑफ प्रीमियम. सो व्हाई पीपल आर नाउ सेइंग दैट हाई विक्स हो गया, इसके लिए हम लोग ने लॉस कर रहे हैं, और पहले लगता था कि
हाई विक्स के लिए लॉस नहीं कर रहे हैं सर. मैंने कभी नहीं बोला कि हाई विक्स में हमारा लॉस हुआ. मैंने बोला है कि इंक्रीजिंग ट्रेंडिंग विक्स, मतलब
राइजिंग विक्स. हाँ,
राइजिंग विक्स. और अभी तो जन्नत है ना, अभी 18-19 पे चल रहा है. 18-19 तो रहने वाला है नहीं, 10 तक तो आएगा ही, तो ये वाला जन्नत है.
दिस विल बी द सेम लाइक जुलाई अगस्त में जब मैक्सिमम सबने कमाया था. हाँ,
एग्जैक्टली. सो इट इज लाइक
20 के आसपास था विक्स हमेशा, तो बहुत अच्छा प्रीमियम कमाने का मौका मिलता है इसके अंदर.
करेक्ट. तो ये साइकिल चलता रहता है सर, पर बात ये कि सितंबर में रीजन क्या था मुझे आज तक समझ में नहीं आया कि सितंबर में इतना वोलेटाइल होने का मतलब रीजन क्या था। ओनली
if you have we have all observed कि इंट्राडे वोलेटिलिटी ही था अल्टीमेटली, जहां खुलता था उसके आसपास ही जाके बंद हो रहा था शाम को।
नहीं
वो
सर,
बहुत सारे दिन तो
विक्स तो बढ़ता था ना
हाँ,
मैंने
विक्स बढ़
बोला
रहा था बिकॉज हाँ विक्स बढ़ रहा था, बट
मैंने स्टार्टिंग में भी
टुवर्ड्स
बोला ना, मैंने स्टार्टिंग में आपको क्या बोला कि ये जो इंट्राडे जो प्रीमियम इरोजन का जो फ्लो रहता है, व्हेन वी होल्ड एनी ऑप्शन सेलिंग स्ट्राइक, सो इंट्राडे में जो इरोजन मिलता है तो वो इंट्राडे इरोजन के लिए हमें रोक के रखना पड़ता है। इतना ज्यादा वोलेटिलिटी ऊपर नीचे था कि हम रोक नहीं पा रहे थे। हमारा स्टॉप लॉस होने के बाद में गिरता था तो क्या ही फायदा मिलता हमें।
सही बात है, सही बात है।
हाँ ठीक है।
Okay, are you not looking at any positional strategies?
I am looking at, sir, but Bank Nifty, lot of strategies are there, and people were least interested in Bank Nifty strategies, Bank Nifty positional strategies, and in Nifty positional strategies, again the returns are less. So that is why I held myself in creating positional strategies. Okay, Bank Nifty, I have a very good. I have shared also with group. Bank Nifty positional strategies had a very good amount of return. Okay, but people were least interested in Bank Nifty positional strategies.
I don't know why, but actually positional strategies over a period of time gives a better return, I believe.
Better return because the cost will be very less.
Cost भी less होता है, and you know trend अगर बराबर पकड़ा है, and उसमें obviously
close तो होता नहीं है, वो मतलब कंटिन्यू होते रहता है,
and उसमें रिपेयर होते जाएगा ना, you know, so you can always.
सर बहुत ही अच्छा खासा रिटर्न था बैंक निफ्टी पोजीशन स्ट्रेटेजी में, पर पीपल वर नॉट इंटरेस्टेड।
नहीं तो कुछ रहेगा तो प्राइवेट में रख देना ना, उसमें क्या प्राइवेट लिंक दे देना।
मैं देखता हूँ
एंड लास्ट क्वेश्चन, एमसीएक्स बिल्कुल वर्थ नहीं है क्या कमोडिटी में?
कमोडिटी में सर
लिक्विडिटी का प्रॉब्लम है, मेरे को मालूम है, सब कुछ बराबर है, लेकिन सम पीपल और सम दीज आर मेकिंग वेरी गुड मनी।
नहीं बात ये है कि वही ना, वेरी गुड मनी तो बाइंग में भी, ऑप्शन बाइंग में भी हो जाता है वेरी गुड मनी, पर वो कंसिस्टेंटली नहीं हो पाता ना। तो ओवर ए पीरियड ऑफ टाइम क्या होता है कि अभी आप अगर रिलेट कर सकते हो, आप कोई भी स्ट्रेटेजी में 2x से या 3x से स्टार्ट करते हो, when it makes money you will increase it to 7x or 8x when you gather confidence. तो ऑप्शन बाइंग या फिर एमसीएक्स स्ट्रेटेजी में क्या होता है, as soon as you start gaining confidence or increasing fund, तो इट विल गिव यू वेरी गुड अमाउंट ऑफ ड्रॉडाउन, एंड जो भी मिला होता है उससे ज्यादा चला जाता है। तो फिर कंसिस्टेंट नहीं, मतलब ये खाली
नहीं, वो आई एग्री, मेरा भी ऐसे ही हुआ है दोनों टाइम। नाइदर आई एम अ फैन ऑफ बाइंग स्ट्रेटजीज बिकॉज़ वो लिटरली मटका जैसा ही है वो गेम।
मटका गेम है, करेक्ट। तो मिला तो मिला।
कमोडिटी में कुछ भी होता है, रात को लेट चलता है तो रात को एरर का मैसेजेस आ जाता है।
सर तो मेरा हमेशा इंटेंशन रहता है कि कैसे भी करके यूजर्स को टेंशन नहीं होना चाहिए, फिर भी हो जाता है। मेनी पीपल इवन से कि जैसे कि मैंने उनका पैसा चुरा के ले गया, ऐसा कोई बात नहीं है। आई ट्राई माय बेस्ट, बाकी मार्केट का हवाले है, हमारा पैसा।
एक लास्ट मेरा खाली एक सजेशन है, मतलब इट इज ऑब्जर्वेशन आल्सो, कि जैसा कुछ लोगों का इनहिबिशन भी है कि यू नो योर स्ट्रेटजीज आर वेरी गुड नो डाउट, बट सम डेज लाइक अ वेरी वेरी बैड वोलेटाइल डे, उसमें काउंटर पे काउंटर स्टॉप लॉस लगते जाएगा, तो इट इज समटाइम्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू डाइजेस्ट, यू नो, कि भाई आपके पास से एक होना चाहिए कि भाई ठीक है, हार्ड स्टॉप लॉस ऑफ द डे, कि भाई ये स्ट्रेटजी 6000 से ज्यादा लॉस नहीं कर सकते।
ये सारी चीजें तो मैंने इम्प्लीमेंट कर, जैसे कि बैंक निफ्टी वोलेटाइल वैक्सीन का मैंने हार्ड स्टॉप लॉस लगा दिया है कि 4000, और उसका सिंगल काउंटर ही चलता है। सिमिलरली बैंक निफ्टी सीओसो टर्नर का भी मैंने, अभी जो भी स्ट्रेटेजी आ रहा है उसका सब कुछ हार्ड स्टॉप लॉस ऑलरेडी रेडी है। द ओनली स्ट्रेटेजी इंडेक्स सॉरी बैंक निफ्टी प्रीमियम मीटर, निफ्टी प्रीमियम, सारे स्ट्रेटेजी का हार्ड स्टॉप लॉस ऑलरेडी इनबिल्ट है। द ओनली स्ट्रेटेजी व्हिच डजंट हैव हार्ड स्टॉप लॉस इज इंडेक्स प्रीमियम मीटर। अब इंडेक्स प्रीमियम मीटर का डिजाइन ही ऐसा है कि एज आई सेड कि ये 3-4 घंटे से पहले निकलेगा नहीं, अगर स्टॉप लॉस होता भी है जो 3000 पर एक्स का जो लगाया हुआ है, तो उसमें लॉस भी होता है तो 2-3 काउंटर से ज्यादा लॉस होगा नहीं, व्हिच इज स्टिल डाइजेस्टेबल। ठीक है, तो
ठीक है,
क्योंकि मतलब आपने जो चीज पूछा ऑब्वियसली वो चीज मुझे पता है, तो मैंने जहां पे चाहिए था मैंने डाल दिया।
क्या होता है आपको पता है साइकोलॉजी कैसा होता है, जिस दिन जैसा फर्स्ट ऑफ अक्टूबर जैसा दिन है, कोई कुछ नहीं बोलेगा, मतलब सब खुश होंगे, लेकिन एक दिन 1 अक्टूबर जैसा रिवर्स में आएगा तो सब जन चालू हो जाएंगे, अरे ये हो गया वो हो गया।
आपने लास्ट 2 वीक्स का या लास्ट 3 वीक्स का देखा होगा, 5 काउंटर के प्रॉफिट दिए हैं इंडेक्स प्रीमियम मीटर ने।
एब्सोल्युटली।
तो कभी ऐसे अगर 3 काउंटर अगर लगातार स्टॉप लॉस हो जाए तो एक्सक्यूज देना चाहिए, पर लोग देते नहीं।
हाँ, बस मैं वो साइकोलॉजी है, बाकी यू आर द राइट जज। एंड एक और लास्ट बिफोर आई कंप्लीट इज कि तो किसी के भी प्रेशर में आके कुछ कोई ट्राइड एंड टेस्टेड स्ट्रेटेजी को कुछ चेंज मत करो बस।
मैं करता ही नहीं हूँ कभी कुछ, मैं सुनता हूँ आराम से, सुनो सबकी, करो अपनी, मैंने देख लेता हूँ
करो अपनी, बस बस बस, बिकॉज यू आर इन द राइट सीट, यू आर इन द ड्राइवर सीट। हमको सबको मतलब इट्स लाइक क्रिकेट, यू नो, सबको सब नॉलेज होता है, सब बोलता रहे ऐसा खेलना चाहिए वैसा खेलना चाहिए।
तो एक दिन के हिसाब से हम चेंज करेंगे स्ट्रेटेजी, तो स्ट्रेटेजी कबड़ा बन जाएगा।
बिकॉज अदर सम क्रिएटर्स ने बहुत बड़ा मेस कर दिया खुद के स्ट्रेटेजी को, तोड़ मड़ोड़ के पूरा उनको लगा कि, और उसके बाद पूरा उल्टा खराब ही हो गया सब स्ट्रेटेजी।
सर ये मुझे पता है, मैं ये सारी चीजें लास्ट 4 साल से कर रहा हूँ, हाउ टू हैंडल पीपल, सो इट इज नॉट न्यू टू मी। सो देयर विल बी सम ड्रॉडाउन फेजेस वेयर पीपल विल बी एक्सट्रीमली डिसअपॉइंटेड विद इन 1 वीक। 2 दिन प्रॉफिट हुआ नहीं कि अभी डिप्लॉयमेंट्स अपने आप ही बढ़ जाते हैं, ठीक है। तो पीपल चेंज देयर माइंड वेरी फ्रीक्वेंटली, व्हिच आई डोंट सजेस्ट, बट इट हैपेंस।
बट दैट इज कॉमन, मेरे साथ भी होता है कि यू नो यू कीप चेंजिंग कि भाई नहीं यार ये यू नो कहीं ना कहीं ट्विस्ट, बिकॉज वी आर लर्निंग, यू नो, अभी सब सीख रहे हैं हम लोग सब नए ये सब प्रैक्टिकली कोई 6 महीने से ज्यादा पुराना होगा नहीं यहाँ पे ग्रुप में भी।
करेक्ट।
ओके, थैंक्स अ लॉट।
Stick to it and definitely it will be fruitful.
Yeah.
So I don't बोलिए।
सबको बोल रहा हूँ कि भाई कुछ भी हो जाए, हो सके तब तक, अनलेस यू हैव अ फिक्स्ड रूल कि भाई नहीं मेरे को इतना % लॉस दिन में चाहिए, उससे ज्यादा लॉस मैं नहीं बर्दाश्त करूंगा, तो मैन्युअल इंटरवेंशन करके निकल जाना उस दिन। बाकी प्रॉफिट के दिन में कभी मत निकलना।
प्रॉफिट में निकलना नहीं चाहिए, करेक्ट।
क्योंकि वो जब देता है तो छप्पर फाड़ के देता है, जैसा अपने को अभी देखा है 1 अक्टूबर वाला।
अक्टूबर 1 फ्राइडे के दिन काफी टाइम आपको मन हुआ होगा कि मार्केट नीचे जा रहा है, मैं निकल जाऊं, पर गए नहीं ना मार्केट। मुझे भी मन हो रहा था कि कोई स्ट्रेटजी निकाल दूं, पर नीचे नहीं गया ना, एट द एंड ऊपर ही गया और अच्छा खासा डीके मिला। सो नथिंग इज इन आवर हैंड अनलेस एंड अंटिल यू विल स्टिक टू द रूल, इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू अर्न मनी।
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू वेरी मच सीताराम जी।
Thank you very much to everyone. Actually, I don't see any other raised hand or any other question. So it was a pleasant interacting with everyone. So I'll upload this video also in YouTube, so that all other persons will be also benefited by watching all this question and answer. So we'll see you all in the month of October end with a pleasant earning. Thank you everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you sir. Thank you.